Good morning and welcome to Get Enlightened with me, Lauren Scott, and I am here with
Paige. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Paige.
How are you?
We are here for Porchtime today, guys. How are you?
That's right. We're on the couch.
I have been slacking on my podcasting lately because I have been doing
community service.
Well, it's election season, so I've been helping out with some people and being a voice for
reason.
Trying. Reasonably trying.
Reason. Where?
Actually, I just got back from Commissioner's Court, and we're dealing with all those data centers as I was talking to you about before. So hopefully, I didn't get to stay because I had to come back because, Botox and podcasts.
It's fine.
But
I'm important.
Hopefully they'll put a year's stop on it so they can kind of come up with some rules and regulations. So
that would be real nice.
That's there, and I got to see some faces that, don't like me.
You know what?
It's always so fun, though. I have to say, I think I like my villain era. I think I like the era of people thinking that I'm a dumb blonde.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I speak, they're like, oh, who's this? Oh, who's that? Because I've been out of so much community shit for really the last 5-6 years. I've just kind of been homed in, being a mom.
It's more
got off all my boards. I just needed a break.
You're taking care of you.
Yes.
And then you can go. But you know what? For Hater Nation, I love my haters because clearly
100%. Because one, most of what my haters are saying isn't true. They don't know me. These are people that they have no understanding of who I am, what I do. And I'm okay with that. And, but one of the things that I am really good at is I speak my truth and I stand by my truth. And so I don't falter from it. So as soon as people lose their cool with me, or as soon as people switch up, I call them out on it, and nobody knows how to handle that if you don't really know how to. Me.
Well, they're not your people, that's fine.
No.
They can.
But it's always funny because it's most of the time men. And.
Well, they're fragile.
Yes. So some of those got to put a name to the face today during Commissioner Court meeting. I was very, very proud of my friend Sarah who spoke. She's since the 1800s.
Oh, yeah.
Way, way deep family. In this community and in Biloxi, where they're trying to build one of the biggest ones with Selfish. And she spoke today for the first time, and I know she's been wanting to do that for a while. So I was really, really proud of her. I was there to support her. And, so it's, nobody wants these data centers. It's just trying to figure out the best possible way of Texas to move forward.
Yeah.
And, one of the things that I think
if you understand what you are going to lose by getting a data center, you don't want it. But I think
you need to stick with the facts when you're presenting, because the problem here that I see in these commissioner courts, and I'm not on Facebook.
Thank
I got
goodness.
off three
election seasons. It's a dumpster fire.
3 election seasons for a reason. But I am on Nextdoor, and the thing that I see is people doing scare tactics and just speaking untruths.
Well, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yes, and you lose everything that you're trying to gain momentum for when we're all trying to fight the same fight. You lose your voice and you lose your momentum when you don't speak the facts, when you start speaking about feelings. Again, nobody wants it.
But they don't know the facts, so they can't speak about the facts because all they have is their feelings.
Yeah.
And if you don't actually know what you're talking about, how can you make an argument?
Exactly.
But also, I think the Facebookification of America is that everybody thinks they have an opinion, and they don't. But some people should just stop. They should just stop.
Well, I'm okay with everybody having an opinion.
You don't have to put it on Nextdoor, and you don't have
about that shit.
Nobody cares about that. You're not adding to the conversation.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like you're not adding anything. You don't know. Okay, I'm sorry you feel that you don't like this.
And the personal attacks during political season they're just too fucking much for me. Can we get off the personal attacks and stick with facts of what you're going to do for the community and how you're going to do it?
Because they aren't going to do anything for the community, and therefore,
if you were one of those people who was constantly personally attacking somebody or coming at them aggressively, then maybe you shouldn't run for a community leader position. Because a community leader is supposed to help the community in general. And that also means the infrastructure. So, I feel bad for these people that are the commissioners or the city council, because they're having to do two things. They have their personal thoughts on the thing, but they also have to do what's best for the county or the city, right? That's what they're supposed to be doing. Well, when you have big data centers coming in, you have big money coming in.
But also, do you think that they ran thinking that this is what they were going to do?
No, this is brand new.
This is all brand new.
This is from Abbott and Trump, guys. And it was said today during the meeting, and I loved it because I've said it over and over again. If you want to change, you start at those polls. You start at Trump, and you start at Abbott, and you start at the ones that want to do these things, because I don't see anyone in Mar-a-Lago having a big data center by them, and I definitely don't see one at the governor's mansion.
No.
So it's time for people to really start thinking about themselves. Like this is an ego era.
Well, maybe this is how people understand how things work.
Maybe.
What is the power dynamic? Who has power? If we don't have any power in the situation whatsoever, maybe it's time to reorganize the whole system.
And you can do this without chaos,
That's how it's supposed to work.
People creating his and hers, or
there used to be bipartisanship.
Yeah, but there's not. We've lost it.
And I think instead of just lamenting the fact that we don't have it, I think this is when we start electing people who are more moderate. You don't elect the people who are yelling. You don't elect the fringe. You don't elect the crazies. And look, there are crazies there's fringe on both sides. I'm not so myopic to understand that the whole system is all fucked up, because the people who win the primaries are the loudest and the craziest. So then you have the choice between two crazy people in the actual election. Mm-hmm. And if people spent more time understanding how the whole system worked, they spent more time in their primaries, because we had reasonable people running. We had moderates on both sides, and moderates are the people who get things done. They're the ones who understand that their voice isn't the only voice.
Yeah.
But now you have more and more fringe people, and more, we had a really great state rep, a really great one. And I didn't vote for him because I don't vote for that party, but he wasn't a lunatic. Mm. He wanted what was best for everybody.
Are you talking about Beto?
No.
Who are you talking about?
He was out of, my district is in Erath County.
Oh, yeah.
So he was out of over there. Mm. So he was a moderate, and I would have voted for the guy. Mm. And then the person who won the primary was not a moderate.
Yeah.
And this is why we have such staunch abortion regulations, is because she won the primary. Mm-hmm. And that's why things are the way they are. And a lot of people do not understand how things actually work. And that is the problem.
True. I've said on a lot of boards.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest things that I have said and have spoken publicly about it, so I'll state it on here, is there doesn't need to be chaos. You don't need to chaos does not have to happen for change to make place. It's
supposed to be small and incremental, and the way society is maintained is by having a
rules and regulations.
You can foresee the future, right? You can foresee the future. Most everybody wants to plan, right? And if every normal person gets to plan, then they know what's happening. Mm-hmm. When you have too much change, nobody can plan for anything. Mm-hmm. So you have complete chaos. And what happens when the proletariat, that is us, go into chaos? You have market everything is destabilized. Everything is destabilized.
We're seeing it right now in the higher government, not just in my county government, but in the higher government.
But that's why it's trickle down chaos.
Yes. So one of my big things is, I can't stop. First of all, let me put this out here. I am not a red or a blue or a liberal. I'm none of those. I vote for the person and what that person is saying, whether I agree or not. I do my huge research, and if I don't agree on any of them, I don't vote for them in that category at all.
Well, this
has been a problem for a lot of people because they don't understand. You know, a lot of people go red, they go blue, or they go liberal. There's not anything in between. I'm very conservative, actually a lot more conservative than most people would think.
But they don't understand, like, even if I identify myself, the registered party that I am under, I do not agree 100% with all of that, but I most likely vote with them because I agree fundamentally with a few things.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say if one person that is running I think is morally deficient, I would absolutely never vote for them.
Exactly.
And that is the thing. I don't lockstep into anything, and nobody understands 100%. You don't understand 100% who or what you believe. So how can I?
No. And I think sometimes, you know, I like talking with people on that feel differently than me. I don't like it when they try to downplay my thoughts or feelings or
those aren't conversations,
but an actual conversation, which me and you can have, because me and you are not 100% on how we feel or do things.
Nobody is 100% with anybody.
Your point of view and my point of view, and sometimes it will flip on how I feel or if I do my research on a certain person. So that's what I'm saying. Not everything has to be such.
Are you trying to? I think it's this. When we have conversations, we are trying to understand the other person's perspective.
Oh, well, yeah, but, you know, I'm a psychology person.
Well, and I'm a sociologist,
I'm constantly trying to figure out, like, what made you like that?
Well, I am too. But that's what our conversations worked. And I have these conversations with almost everyone. If you are open-minded enough to realize that my point of view has a right to exist. If you have that part in your personality, I will have any conversation with anybody.
Yes.
And my friend told me, he goes, this is it. It's an exchange of ideas. Mm-hmm. You give me ideas and I give you. I'm not looking to change your mind.
Yeah, because everybody has an opinion.
You're not looking to change mine. Some people, though, and it's not us, they think that their view is the only way. And they're not even open to the fact that you have a right to your views.
Well, and you know what's hard for me is because I have traveled the world and I have seen things that not a lot of people have seen. So when I get people like that try to go up against me or push back on me with stating it's their way or the highway, most of the time all I have to ask is, one, how long have you lived here?
Yeah.
How long, where have you actually been there? Have you actually experienced this? Yeah. And do you know, I've never had somebody that's been in that position that said yes. It's most always the people that have not experienced it because they've heard it from somebody and, oh, this is what we need to do. And let me tell you guys, you can be a Christian, but I believe in God. But stop using the Bible for political gain.
Did you see that guy? This is
because most of you do not know the Bible well enough that
it's hypocrisy,
absurd, and you sound hypocritical.
So there's one of these people that are running for attorney general, and he said something about it was really horrible things about Muslims, and I was like
all Muslims,
every Muslim, and I'm like, at what point was that acceptable political discourse? And at what point
in the last 2 years?
I'm going to say 10, when they said that there's good Nazis on both sides, where I'm like, at what point? Like, where are we that legitimate political discourse is labeling huge swaths of people as as inhuman. Yeah. And that's what that is. It's dehumanizing. And he was using, it's the exact same thing. Mm-hmm. He's using it's Christian nationalism, and that's what he said. And I was like,
and you know, that alone takes people away from God.
I think so.
And I'm not going to sit here and preach on God and all of that because that's not what we're talking about. But it's just, if you're going to use the Bible and quote the Bible and follow the Bible, then quote and use the Bible, 1, correctly, and 2, actually follow it.
This is where I'm like.
This is where you lose any point with me.
Well, and
I cannot handle it.
I think
I can't handle people that just hear or think from somebody else, and that is what they believe.
Wasn't it about you're not supposed to preach in public? That is my understanding. There was something about that. You're not supposed to use this, and basically, you don't use your religion for gain.
Yeah,
and this is where I'm like, I look around, and that's what they're doing. They're using their so-called, and I'm like, I don't know you enough to even know, but it's my understanding just from this commercial that what you're doing is in direct violation
of what you're saying you are.
Of what you're saying you are.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I feel like this is a lot of things. This is in the spiritual community. This is in the political community.
Oh, I don't think only
with our children.
I think hypocrisy is everywhere, and I don't think it's just one group. I don't think it's just one religion. I think it's everywhere. I think it's people.
So what do you think? I'm asking you personally. What do you think is something that you can start helping with the hypocrisy issue? Or are you like me, and when you are hypocritical and you don't make any sense of what you're stating, I just kind of, at that point, I check out.
I just never have these conversations again.
Yeah.
I check out. I'm out.
There's just no reason.
There's no reasoning. If you don't exist on my same plane of existence, there's no commonality. Mm. There is no commonality. So I'm not going to have a conversation like this.
So that's something that I tell the listener, or let's tell the listeners, if you are in this conversation, like yesterday I made a comment, talking about Ron Sutton, who's running for county judge in Hood County. Okay. Great guy. He's lived out here forever. I have served alongside with him. I've seen him in events. I know him personally. And the other guy who he's running against, I also have seen personally and had run-ins personally with him. I was asked what my viewpoint was on those, and I gave it. One, I've seen have a very hot head, which as a county judge, I just don't think you should have a hot head. You should be able to.
You should be
very able to really communicate well. One, in all my years, I haven't.
People want level-headedness.
When asked that, I stated, hey, I've been in this community. I've sat on all the boards. I've raised a lot of money with a lot of the community leaders. And this is what I've seen. And this is how I'm voting for Ron Sutton. A man from the school board who I've never met, didn't know until today because I saw him for the first time today at the meeting.
Nice. But he had the audacity.
To, one, put me down, not knowing me, not knowing anything about me. Again, this is not somebody who's in the community of leaders.
Super great for the school board.
Yeah. School board should tell you enough, right? Like Hood County School Board has been on all the major news networks for a reason. The majority of them are crazy. My child has never been to Granbury High School, middle school, elementary school, no school. We've always lived in Hood County. There is a reason why my child doesn't go to those schools and never has. And so I know who he is. He doesn't know who I am. And he questions, and basically his setup is if a political person is serving the community, the wives shouldn't do anything. The political wives shouldn't be on boards or help out. And have I sat on a board where the wife was on there as well? Which Okay.
I forgot. I'm not my own sentient being.
Okay, first of all,
I am
first of all, never known me. Doesn't know what boards I've sat on. The boards I've sat on are children's advocacy, which is the mayors of 3
all
counties.
he's
the DAs
doing.
Of 3 counties. He's just trying
It's
to
misogyny.
Thank you.
That is all that is misogyny.
In return, I said, "Oh, how silly that you think that a wife can't do what their political party." But I also answered correctly. Do
you know this?
I haven't served with the wives.
So what you're telling me is that there's an overt misogynist on the school board, and what is it? 50% of the population are women, and he wants basically misogynistic principles being taught from Granbury. This is where I would go. So he's on the school board, and in his capacity as a school board member is insulting women for having an opinion.
So then he states, I never said anything like that. After a few people call him out, like, right, like, why would it matter if the wife...
May you have the confidence.
Basically, the sheriff's wife is, I think, the treasurer who, let me just say, she worked for the bank for like
I don't
30
care.
years. Exactly. For this guy who's running for
so
judge.
Disrespectful.
We live in a small town, and are you saying that wives can't participate?
I did not realize that women's suffrage wasn't a thing. I didn't realize that wasn't a sentient being completely far and away from my husband.
I didn't even comment because everybody commented for me, because then he took the whole turn of, what's your problem with women? So then he's like, I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth.
Yes, you did.
But you did say
May you have the confidence of what a mediocre white man.
He does.
Yes.
By the way, he was stumbling all over his words today. Tried giving me an eye. And of course, I'm standing up by my friends who are there with News 8. He's all looking at me, and guess what I did? At this point, Botox hadn't been here yet. So my FU eyes were strong with that one.
Well, what in the, any strong man, any man worth anything does not put down women. And you sure don't do that on a public page where what happens in a small town
where women run and women help their husbands who run. There's nothing wrong with that. Are you dumb? I doubt
he's a misogynist.
I doubt he'll make it for school board.
And if you don't, maybe should we explain what misogyny is to this guy? So, because he probably isn't even smart enough to know what that word means.
It's just too much,
It bothers those things.
Anyways, ended up saying have the day you deserve.
Have the day you deserve.
Something like that. My favorite saying. But I didn't even have to take up for it because it was taken up for me, and I was told he is in that case and not to worry about it. But again, it shows you just how much, and what if I was a very shy person and that really hurt my feelings? Obviously, if you're going to have a voice to speak up and
you can't be meek.
You can't be meek.
You can't.
Hi, I'm Lauren Scott.
Yeah,
meek.
You know what?
I have no problem walking into a room of people that don't like me. I will gladly.
The problem with having opinions is that people aren't going to like them, and that's fine. You don't have to like me because, quite frankly, I like myself enough.
Yeah.
I'm
if I can speak up for those that can't speak up for themselves,
then that's winning.
One person, or I get one thank you, which I got many thank yous text to me.
That's the win.
Then I did exactly what I needed to do in a professional way.
Yeah. It's just embarrassing. He's probably on the toilet.
This is the problem.
Texting. Your wife doesn't need to be doing anything. Get in the kitchen. Take off your shoes. Make me a coffee. I need a sandwich.
But again, Paige, I've been out of it for a while. But let me. Well, I can't look it up right now. I'll have to show you afterwards the message exchange. But it was it was interesting to say the least. But anyhow, about that. So where I'm going with this is whether you have a voice or not, you should, if you were in a situation where you want to help in some form or fashion,
circle back.
Start with your community.
That's where we should.
That's where we need to start, is with your community.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you have to have a voice like I do. You don't have to go to the meetings. Wear a shirt that says,
talk to your friends.
Talk to your friends. Put signs in your yard. That is the part of America that I love. And that is the part of America that we are supposed to be. The reason why we live in America is
freedom.
Is for freedom. I say that very lightly because as we are speaking, our freedom is getting taken little by little by little. And
they're giving it away.
About the freedom that all of y'all think that we have, because we are given numbers when we're born. There is no freedom, but America has always, in the big picture of it, been one of the most freest states until now. So, country, I guess.
Yes.
So.
Stop giving them your freedom.
Yeah, stop giving it.
Stop giving it away.
Not everybody has to protest. I'm not telling you get in the middle of ice.
But everybody protests or they stand up in a different way, and that's the thing.
Yes.
You don't. There are ways to do it. Like you talk to me, I talk to them. That is a way to do it. Some people
go to if I see something untrue on Nextdoor, I'm going to correct it and be like, that's not a correct statement.
Yeah.
Like, please come with facts.
Look, you live the life that you live as an example of your values. And I think that's good enough.
I try.
Right. That's all you can do is try.
Yeah.
People aren't perfect, but you try to live in the way that is going to show the world what kind of person you are. And
exactly.
We'll get through it. What did you tell me? What did you put on the TikTok?
We're going to be okay.
Yes, you're going to be okay.
Everybody's going to be okay.
It's going to be fine.
You just really, at this point, to feel like you're in control, just
you are in control of the little things.
What you do, of what your family's doing. Like right now, my biggest thing is I'm trying to figure out if where I live right now is where I want to stay, because if there's data centers coming, which there are, where they're going to be, so I can make that move and stay ahead of it. Kind of like what we were talking about earlier. You got to stay ahead of these situations. This isn't time to just
look. There's so much chaos. So also too, the thing is that you don't know if there's a bubble coming either. That's where I'm like, it seems to me it's a lot like, I think of the tech bubble, a lot like any of these other bubbles, that they might be overplaying their hand, because this is not.
Well, this is a first for everybody.
Standard. This
is something that's never happened before. This is brand new stuff. So cities and counties like ours that are small town with a whole bunch of ranch properties are trying to catch up with the rules and regulations that have never been put in place.
I heard that even the Secretary of Agriculture, I think, for the state of Texas, wants to make districts that can have these data centers.
Yes, that is something that they're wanting to do. They're wanting to do a little bit of environmental focus on what all they do. So if they have to, the problem with it is it's like the gold mine in California days.
You're governing after they've already bought these things, so it's like you're making regulations.
You have to be ahead of it.
Yeah, you're making these
the chaos that people are bringing to these meetings and county commissioner meetings. I think it's great to go and stand up and speak. I'm not saying that that's chaos. Standing outside and protesting like you're not able to get into the meetings because the whole room is full, that's chaos. Going towards people like that you think are any different than you, that's chaos. Aggressively, that's chaos. Show up to your city council.
Those are distractions at best.
Meetings. Speak. Sign up to speak. Speak what you need to speak. I'm all for that. As long as you're not calling people to create chaos that's unnecessary, because that doesn't help the situation.
No, it doesn't. It never did.
Is it pushes off our city council, our commissioner courts, who are trying to, one, make rules and regulations to what's best for the city and the county.
Yeah.
So we have to give them time and work with them.
I think though I guess it's this.
And they're not wanting the shit either. Like I don't think there's anybody here that's like, yes, I want a data center.
I heard that 2/3 in Glenrose did because they think it's going to bring a bunch of money here because they don't understand what's actually happening. But it's like, again, here's the thing, and I don't dislike these people. I just think that they do not have the understanding to be able to make judgment calls on these things, because these are tiny little towns.
Yeah.
With people that I don't think have experience in these things. I don't think they actually understand.
Don't even have experience in it.
Yeah.
So when you go and you ask them how much water you're going to use, how much this, how much that, they can't answer those because they don't have experience. Like I said, this is the first time of any of this to happen. I mean, I remember when everybody thought, in 2000 that the world was going to
maybe it did
because of technology. So take a deep breath, guys. Fight locally if you can.
Maybe we're on the flip side.
Do it kindly for others that might not have the same opinion from you, and understand that that's okay. But we're not going to get anything done being ugly or being split in the middle or Republicans versus Democrats, or it's just not going to happen. So we got to push that aside and start really thinking.
You're going to need some Republicans because it's like 80-20 here.
What's best for your family, you know?
Yeah.
I think that there's so much happening right now in the world that it's turning a lot of people into a fight or flight mode.
Yeah, but that's by design. Exactly. Every time you turn around, there's like just chaos.
Yeah.
And people are so consumed. So I don't look at all of it because it's situational overload. And I want to have a happy life.
I mean, that's
exactly. It's literally by demand.
We have no say so except for at the polls, maybe not even there, on whether on what's coming.
No, and
you can only do what's best for your family, like garden and take care of.
What is it called? Radical acceptance. This is my life. This is the situation. I'm going to do the best I can to have the best life I can. That's it. I'm trying to raise my children and then have a life for them. Mm-hmm. And if you look around, it's a psyop. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. And I almost sent you this TikTok. So we talk. It's a normal life, right? Mm-hmm. You look at the news and it is a psyop. It's like total crazy, right? And that's in order to create the chaos.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody who's scared, can they make plans? They're easily manipulated. Mm-hmm. You can go along. They're trying to manipulate the people to get them to do what they want. And I don't foresee it working for much longer because it's very,
I think you're seeing
chaos.
Even the kids that are revolting against it, which, you know.
Well, but I was looking at videos from Kent State whenever back in, I think, the 60s, and the same people who were like, well, it was their fault, are the same people now who are like, so people, they don't change, except for this is such a toxic, this is so toxic. It's such a toxic environment, and it just makes it just even more.
So what are three things that you do personally to decompress from just the overload?
I turn off, I read my smut because it's always a happy ending.
There you go.
And I'm teaching a lot of yoga, and I hang out with my family and my friends. You just can't. You can't let it consume you. You just can't.
Are you asking me what I do?
Yes, I do. What were you? What do you do, Lauren?
Well, right now, I
top from bottom.
I am focusing on. I mean, of course, I meditate, and I'm in the middle of writing a second book.
Boom.
And this podcast. I like being able to share the good. I don't have a lot of social media anymore.
We have the Tiki Talk.
Yeah, the Tiki Talk, but that's just for fun and like.
So my beloved husband got on Facebook because he was trying to sell something, and he looks at his phone and he goes, "What the fuck is wrong with these people?"
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I've never been so happy. From what everybody's telling me, I've never been so happy to be.
Yeah.
It does, and I've said this on here before, it does sometimes suck as far as like some of the people and like things, like people will be like, "Oh shit, I forgot to send you this invitation," or you know what I mean? Because.
But if they really wanted you there, they would have sent you.
Exactly. So, okay. Or if I'm supposed to go, I'll get the invitation. You know what I mean? I've been off long enough now that pretty much everybody knows I'm off. So I do Instagram and then I do the Tiki Talk, and it's almost like it's the early 2000s. Yeah.
So I call my friends or I text my friends, and it's much better. And
I like it a lot better.
I like it a lot better.
And it really is the people that I want to talk to.
Yeah, it really is. And you're just like, not interested. No, I didn't see the ugly things they said, because they were talking about, I guess this morning somebody posted something on Facebook, and there's like 100 and something comments, and people are just going wild. And I'm like, I don't need the Jerry Springer of life. No,
no. And like I said, it keeps your fight or flight up. And if you're like me, who's trying to keep my cortisol levels in range because I'm going through menopause, I don't want to see all of that shit. And
I can't.
I
have to take the Tylenol PM to go to bed anyway. I don't need to be stuck awake wondering like what is wrong with Betty Sue down there. And why is she going ham on somebody else for something?
Yeah. So if you need to get off of Facebook, TikTok, not so much the Instagram, but I guess the Instagram, if that's on your algorithm.
I love the Instagram.
That's the number one thing that I think some people that you could tell people to de-stress is get off all of the social media and stop scrolling on your phone.
Find limits. I started reading those books because I'm thinking about this imaginary land, right? Instead of the imaginary land that I live in. Okay? So at least that way because I don't watch TV, and it's like pretend in your head, you know, and it gives you something else to focus on.
Yeah.
And you don't have to read the rom-coms like I do. You find something. And
if you want a good brain train, BrainTap is an amazing thing, and I'm actually going to have them on here to speak. I think that's next week or week after next. They will be on here talking about BrainTap, what it does. It's like one of those machines that you wear it and it has lights and sound.
Oh,
and it helps with your brain waves. It helps with stress. It helps with so much. It's an amazing. I've actually had one since 2017. It's the best one.
That's cool.
So now I'm really excited to introduce it to our listeners, for those that haven't heard it, and give them a little. We're getting some discount codes to share with y'all if y'all want to try it, because it really is wonderful. Again, I've had it. I got it. I'm an ambassador for them, and I started doing ambassador work for them. I want to say when I was really over in Dominican doing a lot of
dental,
the free dental work with the dental schools, and so it was.
I'm excited. That would be cool.
A nice little, I'll need to put. Paige has been getting all of my my house is like a spa.
Yeah, she put me on some kind of like chair, and I was like, it's scooting me around, and I'm like, that's real
it's
deep
one of the
tissue.
Best massage chairs, ever. And then I put her under the red light.
Yes, and I put on the glasses so I don't get any retinal burns. Lord knows I don't need any more problems.
This is what I do. I'm like spa life right now. Because,
which is fine.
And I think
happy here.
I think me and you next time we're going to start talking about menopause, perimenopause, some things that we can handle that you can do inwardly, some supplements that have worked for me, some things that because I've just been raw dogging it for so long.
Yeah, I'm raw dogging perimenopause, and sometimes I feel sorry for my husband because, I either start crying or I get irrational about certain situations, and then I have to apologize. It's fine. Apologies are good. I actually do, because he's like, I thought we were good. I was like, I know, but I don't know.
And then I have my great friends with Cancer Care Services coming on. I did my second sound healing session with them, and
that's awesome.
I just love those ladies. That's an amazing group of people. If you need any help with cancer care services, and I think there's Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, they are link up with them.
This is how
resources to fight the good fight. And,
yeah.
That's where I'm really loving life right now, is being able to share my book and things that actually help people get through these tough times.
Those things that's how you survive the chaos. Because you're helping people.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Look at you, good person.
And so the new year for the actual New Year's, February 17th. So it's
okay.
The year of the horse.
Oh, we're going Chinese. Okay. I didn't know if that was happening yet.
So year of snake is what we're coming out of: transformation, sneakiness, corruptness, and we're moving into the year of a horse: momentum, straightforward. The narcissistic masks are collapsing, as we see. The guru masks are collapsing. Things that have been hidden are coming out into the forefront. So we
just gonna be scary as
so we can move through them to build that age of quote unquote Aquarius, is what it's always talked about. So just know that if you're still shedding, it's okay. We're almost there, but it's almost that time to start momentum forward. Into the next cycle. So we'll have Rachel coming on as well in the next few weeks talking about 2026, because we had her come and
yes, she does give me some hopium. I need that.
She's great, but there is a lot going on astrologically.
I'm just saying this. I take
buttercups.
I take the littlest bit of hopium and I hold on to that for dear life. I'm like, no. She said joy is a rebellion. I'm gonna take that and put it right here into
joy is a rebellion.
Joy is
is a complete sentence.
Yes, I was gonna say revolution because Viva.
And anybody that does not think that no is complete sentence.
No is a complete sentence.
No is a complete sentence.
I was telling one of my yogis, I was like, no, say it with me. No, period. Exclamation part. No. 2026.
I would like to talk about also, you and I sometime, about people pleasing and how to get out of the realm of people pleasing and be okay with having your own voice. There's a lot of throat chakra blockages with women these days.
Well.
And everybody, people are afraid to speak up because they don't want to be called a liberal or this or that. And stop the labels, people.
I just like to call myself a libtard because people are so hateful about it. I'm just like, yeah, I'm a libtard. Say the hateful shit you're going to say and we can move on with our life.
Why does anybody have to be hateful? Stop.
I don't understand, because I really am like a pretty decent human.
If we're all the same, we wouldn't be living
in but it's just
a free world.
Yeah, what do we call this? Free world. I don't know. In the year of the horse, things are going to come out into the open.
Oh, it's already starting. This is why you're seeing the shed.
I know. Okay. But I have to keep Viva la Revolution. Okay. I'm keeping my positivity.
Keep fighting the fight in your communities. Yeah. Speaking your thoughts
to the world
in a kind way. We don't have to be so hateful. And thank you to all of our listeners. We have gained a few more countries.
Ooh, yeah,
we are almost in every country, including Korea, some that are not allowed. So I am so happy for that. They're loving our TikToks and.
Cute.
Oh, by the way, none of my TikToks are actually towards anybody. They're just because
she likes to just say shit, okay?
Yeah.
And that's totally fine too.
Yeah, I do. I just like to.
My favorite thing is whenever you just like randomly say things and then somebody slides into your DMs like, "You good, girl?"
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Just,
I'm like, I just
trending.
think it's funny. Like,
for me, I try to do the trending. You know, I like see what the trending sounds are that kind of go with what our podcast is going to be about.
Not me. I just random chicken videos.
I like the randomness.
Hey, I didn't apologize. I just said what it was. My Roadrunner video got 141 likes. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Viral.
All right, guys. Well,
peace out, homies.
Fight. Take deep breaths. Go outside and ground yourself. Try to meditate. Maybe drink some hot tea.
Yeah.
And turn off the social media and stop. What is it called? Doom scrolling.
Yes.
There's no reason to doom scroll. It doesn't help.
Read books.
Yes.
Ignore life.
Read and research. Instead of doom scrolling, read and do your own research.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how smart we would have people if they'd spend as much time reading and researching?
Remember whenever they said the internet was going to make you smarter?
Oh, the good old days. The good old days. Embrace your life, guys, because you only live it once. And thank you for listening to Get in Line with me, Lauren Scott, and Paige.
Thanks, Lauren. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Have a great week, guys, and we'll see you next week with the folks from BrainTap.
Yeah. Tap that.
Later, Gators.
Laters.